The SEC's appeal has been based on questionable legal foundation, which we'll examine today. In the case of Ripple's, the recent announcements of the SEC have raised questions among many legal professionals who have been following the matter closely. But before we get too far into that, I want to share an interesting discovery concerning Ripple's. Long have whispers circulated about a new big ally, only now do we have evidence to confirm the alliance. As always, welcome back to Coin Lady channel, your go-to site for all things XRP related. In this video, I'll explain who this ally is and what impact they may have on the future of Ripple and XRP. Subscribe and chime in if you want instant notifications about our latest XRP-related content and discussions if you're just joining us. If you like what I posted here, please leave a like and a comment to let me know what you think. But first, I have to talk about a surprising development with the XRP ledger. No one saw this coming. Not even crypto experts like technical analyst Crypto Ari, an update to the XRP ledger integrating Oracle's database, which serves as a conduit for blockchains to gain access to external data such as stock prices, currency conversion rates, interest trends, and even daily weather. It seamlessly connects the decentralized world with our centralized reality. This update has the potential to grant the XRP ledger capabilities that were previously unattainable. Better user experiences and more complex products are on the horizon for the XRP ledger thanks to tokenization. For a long time, the XRP ledger's flexibility was a limiting factor, but thanks to these innovations, the platform is expected to experience explosive development. Its original strong suit was in financial applications, although that sector is rapidly evolving. There is a frenzy of activity happening in the background that, when it all comes together, will completely change how developers interact with the XRP ledger. Taking into account the newly established legal certainty, I think the XRP ledger will gain a status it hasn't had before, that of a hub for high-quality crypto apps. I have no doubt that the XRP ledger's stature will only improve with the upcoming launch of technologies like Oracle smart contracts and more. This is true even though the XRP ledger lacks a sizable developer environment. Surprisingly, the thrills don't end there. We are excited that Oracle's NFTs automated market makers and smart contracts will soon be a part of the XRP ledger. In just 2 years, the XRP ledger has undergone a dramatic transformation that is nothing short of thrilling to observe. Despite the fact that the news was initially reported by Uphold, it has now been confirmed. The Bank of International Settlements, BIS, frequently referred to as the central bank of central banks, is currently at the helm of global banking, and Ripple has entered into a formal collaboration with them to focus on cross-border payments and interoperability. This prestigious organization has over 68 board members representing different parts of the world, making it the governing body for some of the most powerful central banks in the world. The buzz over BIS's partnership with Ripple is now largely due to XRP and not only Ripple's high-quality technological offerings. What's interesting is this: by choosing Ripple over SWIFT, BIS is indicating a clear interest in the digital currency area, specifically XRP, as opposed to merely aligning with a messaging provider. This partnership suggests that BIS member banks may be given permission to work with Ripple and perhaps leverage XRP. Even if not every connected central bank joins the bandwagon, it's encouraging to see that powerful bodies like the BIS are warming up to the Bitcoin arena. Long-held beliefs traditionally confined cryptocurrencies to the background, labeling them as hazardous and lacking any real-world use or tangible benefits, but the winds are moving, and the blossoming camaraderie between heavyweights like BIS and pioneers like Ripple is a witness to the changing times. This further demonstrates the pattern of large organizations actively pursuing partnerships with businesses. Instead of going at it head-to-head or on their own, they've realized that they may not be able to improve upon, or even keep up with, the state-of-the-art in Bitcoin solutions. Therefore, BIS's partnership with Ripple is crucial. Though some may disagree with XRP's significance, let there be no misunderstandings. XRP's attraction is inextricably linked to the BIS's interest in it. Ripple's ace in the hole is XRP, and every participant in the network is looking at this coin with greedy eyes. Let's shift gears and talk about how many people were caught off guard by the recent SEC discoveries. In a shocking development. In a new filing, the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, made the surprising disclosure that they aren't classifying XRP as a security. Amusingly hilarious is their insistence that XRP is just code and they never meant to imply that it was a security. This is a dramatic shift from their position a year ago. One possible explanation for the changing storyline is that they have come to see that their original arguments were not the most, shall we say, intellectually solid. John Deaton didn't pull any punches in pointing out this U-turn, implying the SEC's inconsistency points to underlying problems. I find myself nodding in assent. However, there is a silver lining to the SEC's apparent retreat from labeling XRP as a security. This unexpected admission raises the possibility that the SEC's prior allegations might not have been made in good faith, even if it is embarrassing to witness such an institution flip-flop and seemingly deny their past assertions. Their strategies appear designed to cause widespread fear and may possibly produce a black swan effect. Status of XRP. Many may argue that the SEC's action is a plan built on unstable ground that they always intended to abandon. The SEC opted not to assign any labels. The legitimacy of XRP as a security is questionable. The SEC's reluctance to label XRP as a security raises the question of whether it is only being cautious or whether it is a covert suggestion that all cryptocurrencies are not securities. If the latter is true, their position would directly oppose their ongoing fight with Coinbase, in which they are arguing that certain assets are securities. This is a surprising turn of events. Not only did the SEC throw a curveball, but they also made a very funny allegation in their submission. The SEC almost conceded when it said that judges and reasonable people could disagree over whether or not cryptocurrency exchange trades constitute investment contracts. This attitude seems at odds with their otherwise forceful approach. That Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen should have known their XRP sales were transparently security transactions as early as 2013 is a central tenet of their case. It's hard to tell whether they're being sincere or hypocritical when they both admit that this topic is murky and call for judicial resolution. It's unreasonable to demand foresight from Garlinghouse and Larsen when the SEC has admitted that their own rules are unclear. It makes a farce of the whole procedure. Even more unsettling is seeing the SEC target two of the most open and accountable CDOs in the crypto sector while letting potential bad actors go unchallenged. Although both Garlinghouse and Larsen have an admirable track record, they appear to be taking the brunt of the SEC's inconsistent approach, while others, such as Sam Bankman, have been able to avoid investigation from the SEC despite engaging in questionable tactics. The storyline that the SEC is taking questionable and maybe groundless action against Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen is developing. The Ripple SEC lawsuit has dragged on for over 3 years, but very little negative evidence has surfaced. On the whole, Ripple's behavior appears to have been commendable. It's disheartening to see American pioneers facing such obstacles. They should be celebrated for their innovative strides, not chastised. Not one piece of paper has made me question anything that Brad Garlinghouse has said or done. The grim tone set by the SEC had us convinced that we would find mountains of evidence proving Brad and Chris's guilt. What, though, is the most damning proof they've put out to back up their claims of trust in Ripple and XRP? In light of the fact that global powerhouses like the BIS and various central banks have vouched for Ripple's legitimacy and recognized the real-world problems they are addressing, the SEC's attempt to penalize these leaders seemingly out of bitterness feels like a slapstick comedy rather than a serious investigation. It's puzzling that the SEC seems determined to stifle Ripple's growth and smear the names of excellent employees like Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsen. The SEC's apparent admission of its own flaws and reversal on its initial allegations is humiliating for a judge, but I remain optimistic that this discrediting effort will collapse miserably. It's impossible for Torres and anybody else watching not to notice the dramatic elements at play. Don't forget that I'm not a certified financial planner. These videos are meant to be enjoyed for their entertainment value alone. Before making any major financial decisions, I always tell viewers to do their own research and talk to experts. We appreciate your listening. Give the video a like if you found it entertaining, and if you want to see more, click the subscribe button. See you later, bye.